You must have come across banana plantations, apple orchards, or herbs such as basil. You may have also seen flowers such as lotus and roses growing in ponds and gardens. All these are species of flowering plants, also called angiosperms. These are plants in which the ovules develop inside the flowers. The seeds too are enclosed in fruits, and they can be monocotyledonous or dicotyledonous. A typical flower of an angiosperm contains the stamen and the pistil, the male and female sex organs respectively. The stamen consists of two parts, filament and anther. The microsporangia inside the anther contain the microspore mother cells. These mother cells undergo meiosis to produce microspores, which then develop into pollen grains, the male gametophytes. The pollen grains are produced inside the anther. On the other hand, the pistil consists of the stigma at the tip, followed by the style in the middle and an ovary at the base. The ovules, or the megasporangia, are present inside the ovary. These ovules contain the megaspore mother cell, which, following meiosis, develops into the haploid female gametophyte called the embryo sac. The embryo sac has a three-celled egg apparatus consisting of one egg cell, two synergids, three antipodal cells, and two polar nuclei. The polar nuclei eventually fuse to produce a diploid secondary nucleus. The embryo sac now becomes ready for fertilization, which in the case of angiosperms takes place by a process called pollination. During pollination, the anther disperses the pollen grains, which are then carried by agents such as the wind and insects, and are deposited over the stigma of a pistil. Here, the pollen grain germinates and produces a pollen tube. This tube penetrates the tissues of the stigma and style to enter the embryo sac inside the ovule. It discharges two male gametes inside the embryo sac. While one gamete fuses with the egg cell to produce a zygote, the other gamete fuses with the diploid secondary nucleus to produce the triploid primary endosperm nucleus. This event is called double fertilization as it involves two fusions. Interestingly, double fertilization is observed only in angiosperms. After fertilization, the synergids and antipodals degenerate. On the other hand, the zygote develops into an embryo and the primary endosperm nucleus develops into an endosperm, which nourishes the zygote. Simultaneously, the ovule develops into a seed and the ovary into a fruit. The seed germinates and the embryo develops into a new plant. Angiosperms are one of the biggest plant groups, and they grow in diverse habitats such as land and water, as well as in different climatic conditions. Besides being a source of food, they supply us with fuel, fodder, and medicines. Thus, angiosperms form an integral part of the ecosystem as well as of our daily lives.